We're back.
Hello.
Live on Smokey Live. Smokey Spooge Pokemon Live 1,000 years. 1,000 years, Smokey Spooge.
Hello.
Pokemon catching
Yeah, we're
Pokemon. Catches
back.
Pokemon for 1,000 years.
Woo, we're back.
6 seasons in a movie.
All right, we are back.
I don't hate our outfit.
I keep saying that, but it's okay.
And we're back.
I should just say I'm back. You never leave.
Oh, we're back. Back in the saddle again. Copyright straight. Steve Halleck comes and beats the shit out of me. Bites me, takes a giant chunk out of me with his giant mouth.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck.
I think I broke the rule.
Ah,
I didn't.
I was-
Yes, I didn't break the fucking rule. Yes.
You know, I was consciously not breaking the rule until like you did it, and it triggered me into cussing. You're a bad influence. You triggered our ape instincts. Go like, fuck, fuck, fuck. I feel like that's really like changed my perception on everything. It's just like when I like look at people, I just like look at them in the context of just like chimpanzees and stuff. I'm gonna have to explicitly say I do that for everyone. It's not a racial thing. But just the fact that humans are just fucking apes. I mean, just like of what's going on in the background right now. is a prime example. when when an alpha was disturbed from its sleep.
No, that unfortunately that's when a beta is. You're hearing a beta right now, fucking being woken up.
I'm just hearing
Can't-
primal anger of.
Doesn't have the necessary strength to be an alpha, so in order to prove that they're an alpha, quote unquote, the beta is gonna lash out.
What does that make me?
I don't know. You're some malform that doesn't have to lash out. I don't understand.
Because I feel like also we have to consider the fact that I would consider your mother an alpha.
No. Not even close.
In the stance of how I see her when I go to like her home.
Hey, no, that's just somebody clearly just trying to prove their strength even though they don't have any.
I just don't like tension.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of environment you grew up in, was a very less intense kind of environment.
Yeah. Much more passive.
But you
Definitely,
soon
yeah.
learn
If there's any
the
aggression,
difference.
unless certain people didn't have their pills, and then you would get kind of screamed at you in the face. But
the
I was lucky; I didn't get the worst of it at all.
And here's the key to determining the difference between an alpha and a beta. An alpha doesn't have to sing a single fucking word. As soon as they enter the room, their presence will be known. Like it's just something about them. They radiate that. A beta, they're not they're gonna make their presence known when they enter the room.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be loud and bombastic.
See, I guess because it is a strategy that works, it makes them into like a pseudo alpha.
It tricks people that because of course being human we've evolved into not having instinctual fucking connections anymore, so we can't.
You know what I feel like determine... I am? You know the salmon, like how there's two different types of like actual like body types of male, like it's actual full on like pheno, like kind of like a little subtype almost, but it's the same species. It's still a salmon.
Yeah.
And there's the big ones that they go and they use their strength and stuff. See, and they they get the female and they attract the female and stuff and get to shoot their sperm. But then there's a specialized tiny little male one that's like he's fully grown, but he's like a quarter of the size of actually like any of the adult salmon, and he just sneaks in and shoots his jizz in the pile of eggs too. So some of his eggs, like some of those eggs, do become his too. And like it becomes that type of salmon. It's like a little parasitic one. That's what I feel like I'm.
Being the friend that I am, I say you're just selling yourself short, and that you're secretly an alpha that just hasn't broke out into his prime yet.
An alpha, the Sigma. I always love Sigma male ones. Sigma memes. Omega male. I forget, isn't Omega kind of like associated with like incels?
I know Omega is supposed to be last, so that's like, the least. It's the one you don't want to be the most.
The fringe class.
But of course,
that's what I am. I'm fringe class. I don't go by any rules. I don't go by your alpha and stuff. But what I am is fringe class. I go by the rules of the streets.
You gotta worry though. You have your god complexes that they would be considered the alpha and omega.
Mm-hmm.
They exude and have enough confidence, but sometimes they really bungle it up.
To destroy. Take the black pill, Jimmy.
I wonder how salvageable this episode is. It's only 7 minutes in, so it's not like I gotta cut a lot, but I really hope I don't have to cut anything. It's such a pain in the ass.
You could always make it a two-parter and make the other one kind of private or something. That could be like the lost episode half or something. If but there's most of it didn't really come in the background at all. It was just like for a couple, like maybe like the first half of the minute.
See, I'm more self-conscious about it than it necessary sometimes, because I'm constantly looking at the audio levels. So so any little tiny my audio like just peaks. It's like, is that gonna pick up? Most of the time it doesn't, because it's just not loud enough. But every so often it's just like just enough. It's like I can hear it in the video.
Little bit of lag. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. Yeah. Little breeder Deborah. You dang breeder. Are you having fucking kids? You fucking breeder? Fucking have a family? Fucking.
They're gonna have to change. God damn it! They're gonna have to change that name. No. He's got a breeder fetish.
Ooh.
There's nothing wrong with that, but that could be
That wasn't
extremely
even.
unhealthy.
I was trying not to go that. I was trying not to go that route. I thought it was too easy. I was going a different route.
It's too late. That's where my mind went.
I was going the fact that she probably has fucking kids and a husband. Oh, what are you gonna do? Disney World?
It depends.
You fucking breeder.
It depends. Actually, she could be a monogamous breeder, but most breeders, they're not monogamous.
Are you talking about like people get pregnant as a fish?
No. See that is not what I'm talking. I'm talking about the breeding in general, like people that just like receiving inside of them.
Oh, just people that like didn't come inside.
Yeah, that's actually a fetish, and some.
I mean, that seems kind of basic.
Well, yeah, but that is basic until you want that to be from 10 different guys at a time.
Still kind of basic. Like it's like vanilla plus.
I mean, it's not going to be on your main page. What are you talking about? This is stuff you actually have to actively seek out to find.
Honestly, on the main page is worse.
I hate to say it, the step thing, that's been around for like years. I'm not surprised that that's the main page.
Yeah, but it doesn't I'm really saying. Like that's why
I'm not even getting that anymore.
At that point,
I'm randomly getting a lot of Stormy Daniels stuff for some reason.
Like, it'd only be like a weird fetish to me if the purpose was being impregnated.
It's a spectrum. There are some people that is the purpose. There are some people where that's not the purpose. That's just the side effect.
Because I feel like people have just kind of like liked being come in since, you know, that's like kind of like the process of sex.
Well, yeah, it's the process of sex, but
and you know, if you do it safely, a lot of times, you know, you take a look at that out.
Man,
but
I'm telling
yeah,
you, there are some people that can't stand that, like it touching them whatsoever, and there's other.
Yeah, there's some people that are even like actually allergic to semen too, which is interesting.
And it's just, I lost my train of thought. It's a spectrum that it can be weird, but I guess on the lighter side of things, it's mostly not weird. I just find it taboo. I should say that. That's the thing.
It's just weird. What's weird to me is just like it's something that, I mean, I don't know. It just seems kind of vanilla to me, just compared to like what is now.
I hate to say it, but the only reason why I find it weird is just because that I myself do not understand the whole process of it, because being a male breeder and a female breeder is two completely different things, and I can never relate to a male breeder. I don't enjoy watching a female receive thousands and thousands. Like, it's just not like my thing. So it's just something that I can't comprehend from this perspective that I am. So I deem it weird.
I mean, I don't know. I've slapped it to Bukkake.
I would deem Bukkake weird.
That's why I'd say like Bukkake is even weirder than just like having a bunch of dudes come inside you.
I think it's basically the same thing.
Because what would it be weird for like one dude to come inside a bunch of chicks?
I mean, if the dude can do that, kudos. But
There's some dudes,
it's
yeah,
just,
like I mean, like I'd only ever need it, like I mean, I never did it with a person, but I only ever need
I
like
hate that. That's
5 minutes
just,
in between.
yeah, I do find it weird, but just
And I've seen a lot of porn where dudes just like do it, like actually, like while they're like just after too, like they.
see, yeah, I do find that weird, but on the simple fact that that's not normal for a guy to be able to do that. So, yeah.
I don't know. I guess weird's a spectrum itself.
Yeah, it's a spectrum. Oh, this guy's gonna kick our ass with the rocks.
Mm. So how many would be too weird? Because it's okay. Let's say like party, sexy time party. How many dicks is too many to suck before it's weird?
At one time?
Mm-hmm.
2?
More or is 2 the acceptable amount?
No, it's are we talking about like actually having both in the mouth or just like being surrounded? Because having 2 guys standing over you is fucking weird. Like, I've been in that situation before. It's weird.
I feel like that situation only works in because I mean I've seen some things where it's like if like you're into the other guy too, you could have him like rub the dicks together.
See, that's the thing. Most people that get in that situation aren't like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, this way. It's like a very intimate experience, But I feel like it doesn't weird me out with like I that's why like I'm not even really disagreeing with you. I'm just surprised that you're saying that knowing you.
Well,
that's why I was exploring this. It's very conservative. Like it's a very conservative side I haven't seen.
Because I've been there and done that, and I've been in situations, and I know the feeling that I've gotten from that, and the feeling is, yeah, this is fucking weird.
I mean, I feel like sex is weird if you break it down. I mean, in any context.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a given.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a standard non-weird way to do it, and that's the way that most people should do it. But it's extremely boring. Like, I don't promote that. I promote exploring yourself. Fuck. You got to. That's the only way you can learn who you are and what kind of person you are is to explore yourself.
And I'm also, I'm not even going to say that I'm not even correcting you here. I mean, even like in the way that I see it, I mean, like I wouldn't even say like should or anything because I think it's so abstract. Just like, oh, this is like the natural way to procreate, and this is the way that your body's set up for that. And then it's like that. There's no negative or positive onto that. That's just how it is because
if the wording
that's right.
was putting a negative or positive, I wasn't trying to do that. Thank you for correcting that.
That's why that's why I clarified and said that like I knew what you're saying. I wasn't like coming at you. I was just
I was just trying to thank you. I was trying to thank you because I wasn't even thinking about it because I wasn't trying to put a positive or negative spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it
we weren't promoting heteronormativity here.
We're both the safest way.
We're both pretty queer at relative levels.
Well, I'll have to get into this on our next session with Starfish because he's gonna be a little confused. But it's more of a personal thing. But I'm stepping away from any like identity community. Period. Like I'm done. I'll get into it a little bit. It's only happened 3 times now. But it's June. Okay, it is Pride Month, and I'll just get into this since we're about to wrap this episode up. And this is the third time that I've received a personal phone call from one of the Pride Parade organizers or whatever, asking me not to come because of my polyamory.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be promoting that kind of sick, vile stuff at the Pride Parade because they have enough to deal with this year.
Mm-hmm.
This is the third. It's not the same person that does it. It's always a different person, but this is the third year that this. It's not in a row. First time this happened was back in 2015, and then it happened in 2017, and now it happened again. So I'm just done. Like, what a fucking like. You're just a like that. I just have to. That's just a prick. Like, what a fucking prick.
Yeah. And no, before we finish this, I want to just finish up saying, and what I'll say is like, I mean, I won't say either here or there about like any of the community because I mean I'm not part of any community and honestly I mean that just speaks well to like why I hate about like groups and stuff too. Just like, you know, people are idiots
I mean,
I think identity politics are pretty dumb, and you know, you do kind of have to like.
I don't even go there to promote polyamory or whatever. I identified as pansexual. I don't identify as shit now. Fuck that. Like, it's just too much. Like, I'm a cisgender male, and if you want to know my sexuality, you're gonna have to get to know me and decide that for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm
that's just...
like that's the last fucking phone call I'm gonna get. Like, I swear, if I get another phone call like that, I'm gonna go to Pride just to fucking crash it. I'm gonna get a bunch of fucking hetero Christian people, and we're gonna crash fucking Pride.
Oh yeah, you'd love to hang out with them.
No, I wouldn't.
That lasts a couple.
It wouldn't last
That lasts
long.
more than.
But I'm gonna do it just out of spite.
Just like do that for about 30 minutes and then jump the barricade and then try to like blend in.
Isn't that what doesn't Dennis do that in one of the episodes of Always Sunny?
Probably, I can't think of the specific one right now.
Yeah, I think.
But I mean, but what I was saying is that, like, I'm not fucking with any of that type of thing. I was just saying in a descriptive way of us being of our experience and I mean I don't know.
Yeah, I've just had.
Now I'm kind of thrown off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. It's because I've had nothing but negative experiences with quote unquote communities, and I hate to say it, but you all this fucking like toxic masculinity shit, like everything's becoming toxic now. Like everything has toxicity to it. It's just too much, man. I just can't deal with it. With this episode, let's start another episode. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. I was about to say, finish it off with saying that if you want to find the cool gay community, just go to the clubs. Don't stuff any type of online people.
Yeah. All right. That's a good
Anyone who's active online is a loser.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.